This is the Chief and Shawn show, and we are live in the 405.
We're not live, but we are back.
We're live.
No, we're not. We are back.
And we're live.
Weekly, not live.
We're sort of live.
Okay, to everyone listening, or,
the people who are listening.
the few that listen, here's the deal. Speed Society is going to be hosting all of these podcasts. You're going to be seeing a ton from these guys. How big are they, Shawn?
It's the biggest automotive website in the world, and, I mean, they got a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, we're stoked to be working with guys like that for sure. Anytime we can align ourselves with other huge automotive people, this is perfect. So,
Also, stop listening now and go and like it and comment on it, and the sooner you do that, hopefully, the more podcast episodes you'll hear.
the Crow 405, Murder Nova, Midwest Streetcars. Like it, comment on us, tell us who you are, tell us why you listen to it. Keep this going, please. There are people that don't want this to keep going.
Yeah, there's people right now trying to put an end to this. They don't want us on the air.
And we got guys like Speed Society that want to help us keep it going. So
welcoming us.
Let's do it. Rock and roll. Help everybody out.
And while you're there, check it out. Their website's awesome.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here. We made it. It's not Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
It's almost
Sorry.
Tuesday.
We had a long week in Memphis.
I don't know what day it is. What month is it?
Yeah. We had a long week in Memphis, and we took a little bit longer getting home and getting situated. But now we're here. We're doing it.
So, anyways,
we're in
here
it.
it is.
We're in it. Just got back from the Outlaw Streetcar reunion in Tennessee, where the Murder Nova and the Crow Mod were both on the radio tires again, and we did really well.
I'm pretty happy.
The Nova ended up going 428.
428, yeah.
178-ish?
178.
Yeah, 428, and that's what? Jesus, 3,300 pounds or something?
It was 3320.
Yeah, 3,320. So, and in your class, there was only, one or two guys that had been that fast, right?
Barry Mitchell.
No, Barry,
he'd been
25.
Yeah.
25.
And there was like 3 or 4 other people in the 20s. I actually qualified 5th.
Yep. And you pedaled it on the 28 pass.
I did.
There's still some left in that car. We don't understand why.
I feel
The car is just.
I feel like it. I still feel like it'll run teens.
The car shouldn't be that fast.
No.
But it is.
Well, it shouldn't have been that fast on the 28 pass. It wasn't even really turned up. I didn't think it was turned up. It shouldn't have went that fast, and I pedaled it.
No, I know. I remember being in the. I was busy on my car all week, so you were tuning this one on your own. And for those of you that think that we have super people come and tune our cars, or that we have like a whole fleet of people that tune our cars, like no, it's just me
all
and
the
Shawn.
hands in on those cars. They should
Yeah.
be going.
Oh, yeah,
I read all kinds of
they
stuff
all
on
say-
Yellow Bullet the last couple of days.
Yeah, they all say, well, they got a lot of good help behind them, and I'm looking behind me and I'm going, we don't really have anybody behind us.
They got
seeing
suspension
anybody.
guys. They got tuners.
we don't
we
have-
got us.
We don't have any of that. So we have some good parts. You know what I mean? We got some decent parts here
We
and
got
there.
the best parts we could afford.
Yeah, and by the industry standard, we don't really have the parts that they want us to have, and everybody, we don't have the right shock supposedly for the radial deal, and we don't, there's a lot of stuff that we may not have.
I
But
still have a 210 first gear.
yeah, so do I. But
Yeah.
but I believe that we have the best shocks and the best parts for what we're doing. So, and it works out. So we go out there, part-time guys, and go on the radio and do semi well. I think that's cool. I qualified fourth or fifth in Radio versus the World, the fastest drag radio class there is.
Yeah.
And I ended up going a 403 with a 3 with a 1.
403 with 3.
My first 403 was with a 9. My second 403 was lower, like a 1.
Yeah,
It was almost a 402. And then it was at like 186.7 or 186.8.
Yeah.
So almost 187 mile an hour. And the 8th mile, that's
moving.
cooking for my little motor.
All right, so the motor's obviously happy. I mean,
Right.
That's pretty good mile an hour out of that little punk motor.
We didn't actually have to put bearings in it all week. We did take it apart to look at the bearings. McDougal, being the bearer of bad news, when I got back from the wheelie pass, it spun the tires the first hit of the week, and I got back in it like an idiot. I probably shouldn't have.
Huh.
It went out there, it pulled the front wheels off the ground, and when it did, it wicked up pretty hard, and it bent the axles. It bent the axles, and it hit the rev limiter. So whenever you hit the rev limiter at 9,200 in that Pontiac 455, it's not supposed to go above 6,500 probably.
Yeah.
It rattles some things loose. So I think there was still some trash or some metal somewhere in the motor that we hadn't quite got out. And when I did that, it rattled it pretty good, put some metal in the oil filter. So we took the motor apart that night. We made one more hit on it that day, and when I think it went towards the center, pedaled it when a 26 or something.
Yeah.
And that was, what we needed to learn about if the motor was okay. We ended up, it didn't make any more metal that pass, but we ended up taking it apart that night, stayed up all night long again.
Yeah.
And poor McDougal, he's race car,
he's ride or die, man.
I take the family to the hotel, and I go back up to the track because the goal here is, last time we did this in Georgia, it was nothing but a giant party in the pits, and it was a pain in the ass to work on the motor because there's 50 people drinking and spilling shit on you when you're
falling
the car,
over everything,
falling over you and tripping on shit.
That's kind of the way Georgia is.
Right. So we didn't want it to be the same deal in Memphis, so we kind of dispersed. We kind of all left and then met back at the track to work on the car so that no one would know we're there. So I went to took the family to the hotel, and then took my time getting back to the track, hoping that McDougal would have this thing already ripped apart. And whenever I got to the track, I'm driving to the pits, and there's just nobody, dude. I mean,
it's like a ghost town.
It was a ghost town.
Total opposite of Georgia.
It's different than Georgia. Georgia's a giant party every night, and Memphis was more a race, and plus being spring break and all the racers having their families and their kids. There was a lot of racers' kids there. That was so cool getting to see all the. We had every kid.
Oh God, we
probably had
full-blown daycare.
There was at least 13 kids in our pits.
We had a daycare over there the whole weekend.
It was cool.
And you know what, man? The whole time I'm dreading this, going, God dang, because man, you know me, man. I can't. I'm not gonna say I don't like kids, but
you don't like kids.
Okay,
we can say that.
Okay,
you like your kid?
Yeah. There's kids out there that I like.
No, and you can tolerate kids sometimes.
They get on my nerves really fast.
I know they do.
Okay, so not one time all weekend did I go, God damn kids. Not one time.
The way that it was situated in the
everything
pit
was great.
Okay, but it had a lot to do with the fact that this time we actually had food.
Oh,
right, so it wasn't Alicia or Aaron or the kids every 15 minutes. I'm hungry or I'm thirsty or I need to go to the concession. None of that. It was. Everything was kind of, we had a really good setup going this time.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, so I drive back into the pits to meet McDougal to work on the motor, and dead silence. No one's around. All the trailers are shut down. All the lights, generators are quiet. I mean, people are asleep. They're asleep. And then when I get close to our pit, I can hear it. Doom, 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 doom. And I was like, oh my God. Sure enough, I pull up to our pit. All the lights are on. Generators are blasting. Air tools and trap music. As loud as you can get trap music at 1 in the morning.
He was race car over there by himself.
In Memphis. Yeah, I apologize to anyone that was there that couldn't sleep because of the bearing party that was going on. But we pulled the bearings out. They didn't actually need to be replaced. So we hit them with a SOS pad or sanded them a little bit, put them back in. That was all we really had to do all weekend. The motor was killer. So we're finally getting to a point where the motor's happy and the car's staying together and it's going fast. The weather got shitty, really shitty. It rained.
Man, fast.
It raved all over.
Yeah,
all
it
over
was
us.
So nice. And then all of a sudden it started raining, and whenever it started raining, like, the fans dispersed, the track got kind of crappy, and then you could tell like people were starting to get down on the whole race. Like the track itself was upset that it was raining, and everybody was just kind of blah.
Well, so, even me, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, it changed the whole mood.
It's time to go.
I was ready to go when the rain came. I was like, well, let's just load up and go because this is it's almost worthless. And then by the time first round started, they went ahead and decided they were going to try and finish the race. The cold weather came in. It was so god dang cold, dude. Oh, my God, it was cold.
Well, I wasn't out there at 5 o'clock in the morning like y'all were, but It was pretty cold whenever I was there.
Even in the staging lanes, going up for round 1, 2, and 3 was just
It's like
brutal.
a big wind tunnel,
Brutal,
too.
yeah.
Brutal
You come around
cold.
that curve and you got a 25-mile-an-hour headwind hitting
Yeah.
you, and it's
And all I
it
can think
sucks.
about is, man, I can't do this again. Like, I just trashed one car, like, I don't want to trash this car. Like, I just got it going, like,
Yeah.
holy crap. But the track was iffy, and the weather was iffy, and it had a crosswind and a headwind, and
Oh,
everything was
man.
going. One dude, it sucks so bad. So
All I thought about was keep the front end down. With that headwind,
good luck
if
with
that front end comes up, I'm going to blow this thing over.
Take
Yeah.
flight.
We ended up going rounds though,
Yeah.
Crow Mod went basically down to the final 4 cars.
Yes.
And then they called the race and backed it up and paid everybody the semifinal round. So, or the round before the semifinal, the 3rd round.
Yes.
So they ended up paying. We split the money between 8 cars. I thought it was kind of a bullshit deal, in my opinion. If you lose, you shouldn't
Yeah,
get paid
exactly,
anything. Period. Ever. Period.
Yeah,
ever.
no. If your car goes down the track, that's a race.
If you take the tree.
I'm sorry that the track sucked at that time.
But hey, it
you
sucked to
took the
pass
tree.
before you too,
Well, and
then
it sucked to the person who beat
Right.
you too. That was over another lane.
so it's like you both went down through there. Luckily, you didn't crash. The other guy
It was
did a
close.
better job. They shouldn't be bringing people back. I mean, they were like, well, we didn't finish the round, so we're going to pay the whole round. And I'm like, you only got 2 cars left in the round. Run them down the track. You know what I mean? I mean, you ran everybody else down the track, So then, I don't know. That's not really the way we do things. To us, if you go up there and you make a hit and you lose, there's no shot for money. You're out of the money, right?
Because you lost.
You lost.
Yeah.
Losers don't get paid. That's just the way. So, but hey, we're learning this track shit. It's new to us. So,
But
and
hey,
then
you know what, man?
there was 3 Oklahoma cars left in Radio versus the World. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
me,
badass.
yeah, me, Dwayne Mills, the Golden Gorilla, and then Bob Bales in the
Nice.
in the black the Trans Am. That was cool. 3 Oklahoma cars left. There's a pretty good damn shot that Oklahoma was going to win the Battle of the States in that deal, which would have been another $20,000. But then they were like, "Oh, we're going to roll it over into next year." I was like, "Keep that fucking shit. I ain't coming back anyway." I didn't like the way it went down.
There's a few things I was upset about.
Yeah. I didn't. The
announcer being
announcer
one.
was shitting on us the whole time,
All weekend.
God dang, dude. Like, I don't know what we've done to that guy, but whatever, man. Get over it, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty-
So,
I don't understand how you can sit and talk so much shit on us, and then praise Dave the whole time.
yeah, and
I mean, we were out there racing.
right. That's the thing the thing that wears me out is that you want to talk shit about us, whatever, talk shit about us. But if you're going to compare us to somebody, you know what I mean? You're comparing us to Dave because he can hang out and he can be in the tower and he can be, he can be your buddy or whatever. And I'm not shitting on Dave here because I don't have
it's
any
not Dave's
reason to.
fault.
It's not Dave's fault, but Dave's car was there on display. He was not racing. He didn't have radials on his car. He had
Exactly.
big tires on his car. It was just sitting there, and he wasn't actually. He didn't have to race.
Yeah, and
You
there
know what I
wasn't
mean?
1,000
And so-
people surrounding it.
So
All
he
weekend.
he was able to go hang out in the tower and talk to the announcers, and he was able to do things that we couldn't do because we're racing. We're still in the race. We have to go rounds. They're calling us up. They're calling us up. They're calling us up. So why? I mean, shitting on us because our pits are blocked off. You try and race when 50 drunk dudes are setting beer bottles on your car and they're bumping into you
Trying
and
to
they're
get in your car. with you.
yeah,
trying to
and they're
take
trying to
pictures and-
trying to get in your car with you, and they're trying to help you work on it, and they're like, and then 90 people are fucking snatching tools. I mean, I remember that one time we went to that race, or even the dyno day here, like people think it's cool to have something of ours, so they'll snatch a socket and say, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is Big Chief's socket." They don't think much of it, except that's a $20 snap-on socket,
And we're going to need it.
well, and 50
We use
people
those.
did that. So now we're down 50
Exactly.
sockets, so it's like we have to, we have to keep the pit roped off. Plus I got my kids in there,
Yeah.
and we got all of our family in there, and people, they just don't understand that, and
Yeah.
so it's hard, it's difficult, but the announcer was shitting on us the whole time. It just didn't make any sense to me. And I was just like, talk shit all you want about how fake we are, how we don't race, but yet you're sitting up there in the damn tower and you're watching us race. You're watching us go rounds, and you're
Competitively
and we're
running the numbers that we need to run.
You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
fucked
It's
up.
I don't know what the dude's deal is. I don't really care, but I know at the end of the event, after it was all said and done, and I went up to the tower to deal with some drama in the semifinal round or in the third round, I know that he asked me to take a picture, and I was just like, yeah, you know.
Did you take one?
Did you?
I just stood there. I mean, it wasn't like
You fucking did.
you know, he took a picture. He's like, don't worry, it's just for my Facebook or whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever, fag. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna shit on me all weekend, and then when nobody's around, you're gonna take a picture of me. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened, but
Stick it up your
at
ass.
the last round, whenever I was, of course I was already out, but I was up there with your car when you were up there. He was hollering at me, trying to get me to interact with him, and I just ignored him the whole time. So I don't got nothing to say to him. He can shit on us all he wants, talk about the Shark Tank around our pits, and
I mean, he
whatever.
couldn't really come up with anything good to talk about either. I mean,
Nah.
all he could come up with, Shawn, was making fun of his socks or something stupid.
No, it's just it's hater shit.
Right,
You know what I mean? That's all it is hater shit. Whatever.
we're getting used to it.
you know.
But we don't need it from the track personnel.
We get enough of it.
We
from
get enough of it from the
people
drunk
in the,
guys
from
Yeah,
the
over
no
there,
shit.
drunk
talking
guys
shit.
standing at the fence going, "You suck."
Farm truck's
you know?
gonna beat that crow hard.
Like, have you ever seen Happy Gilmore? Like, that's
You
nonstop.
suck, you jackass.
You jackass. That's constantly going on around our pit.
And people wonder why we ignore them whenever they holler at us,
Yeah.
because we turn around and somebody goes, "You suck."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Okay,
Yeah,
thanks."
and they don't understand. Like, what are we supposed to? I know, we're supposed to just laugh it off, but when someone says that shit to me, I want to jump over that fucking fence and beat the fucking brakes off of them. But there's 20 little kids standing there, you know what I mean? So it's like, whatever, be on TMZ, whatever. So,
Man, in between all of that, we were still, after every pass, getting out, going over, talking to fans, signing autographs. I
Yes.
mean, I understand that some people think that we don't come over, we don't appreciate our fans. Well, we do, and I'm sorry that you just walked in, but I have been here the last 3 hours signing autographs, shaking hands.
Well, it's like,
doing that stuff. I'm sorry that you just got here. Wait till I make another pass, and I'll get out and I'll come over and do it all over again.
well, it's like the lady that came over to the staging lanes, and I'm trying to get dressed. I'm trying to put my race suit on to get in the car to race, right? And she comes over there, and she's hammered, right? And she's hammered. And she's like,
Was she hot?
No.
No.
She's like, you have to take a picture with me. And I was like,
You have to.
I was like, I have to. And I was like, give me just 1 second here. I'm trying to put my pants on. You know what I mean? Like, really, I'm like actually trying to put my pants on. And she's like, you don't understand. I've been here since Thursday. And I was like, yeah, so have I. I got here Wednesday or, Tuesday night or whatever.
night.
Like, I've been here the whole time too. And she's like, yeah, I've been here since fucking Thursday waiting on this picture. I was like, have you been drinking since Thursday? Because that's kind of what it seems like, And then her old man was like kind of getting trippy or whatever. And I was like, look, can you just give me a second to put my clothes on and then whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be here. I've been here this whole time. I'll be here this whole time. And she's like being real shitty about it. And so finally, dude, they didn't even like wait. She just went ahead and leaned in and took the picture while I'm like putting my pants on. And I was just
She
like,
was party.
I said, oh, okay, cool. Well, then I guess you got what you needed then, huh? Right on. Cool. That's, you got good manners or whatever. And she turned around and got pissed off and walked off. And she was like, wow, he's a fucking dick or whatever. And I was like, I mean, what do you expect me to do? You know what I mean? Like, what, like I took 200 pictures in the staging lanes. That's not supposed to be where I'm doing that. I'm supposed to be getting ready to race. I'm supposed to be getting the car ready, get my belts ready, get my suit on.
Getting your head ready.
But the kids, I love the kids and I'll always take the time for the kids. But if you're 50 and drunk, you know what I mean? And it's,
Slurring.
and it's like, hey,
I know that
have some manners, bro.
I try not to get pissed off at people, but this guy, I pulled into the track. I don't even know. It was probably Saturday morning.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had already had 3 days of this. So I pull into the track.
Just woke up.
Yeah, we had just woke up. This is what, 9 o'clock in the morning?
It is early.
Okay, so, early-ish.
8:30.
9 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting at, it was probably 8:30. I'm sitting in my truck, just kind of getting my bearings, fixing to get out. Wind was blowing. It was really cold. And this guy starts beating on my window of my truck. And so I'm like,
beating on your window?
yeah, he beats on the window of my truck because he sees me sitting in my truck. And my family is still in the truck with me. And we're talking, because this is pretty much the only time I'm going to get to see my son and my wife that day. So we're talking about what we're going to do that day, how things are going to go, and I'm just kind of getting my bearings together. Well, this dude beats on the window, and I'm just like, I feel like fucking old dude in Bad Santa. I'm on my fucking lunch break, So anyways, I roll the window down and he starts fucking telling me, yeah, fuck, hey, I need to get your autograph on this shirt. And I was like, yeah, okay, man, all right. And he goes, hell, it's for my son, but he's too scared to come over here. I go, well, he probably has some fucking manners, I said, I'm sitting in my fucking truck, man. Can't you give me a little bit to at least get out? Because as soon as I get out and sign this for you,
yeah, you're going full bore all day.
There's going to be a line, and sure enough, I got out, I signed it for him, and then I stood there for 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Because
that's the way it goes.
One person,
yep.
Once you sign something for one person,
right?
But then I kind of look at it like, well, okay, I'm done with those people now. You know what I mean?
Well, it's tough because it is like you have to remember that we get to do this for a living now. You know what I mean? Like, so there's going to be times when it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Oh, for sure.
But as I get more pissed off, or as I get more anxious, or as I get more nervous, because I'm not really, I like crowds of people, but not like touching me and stuff, and I'm a germaphobe, so like I get real weird about it, So especially like when I'm putting my clothes on, and they all get so close, So you have to step back at the end of the day and just go, you know what, like this is the price for me getting to do this for a living. It's well worth it, and if it's a whole lot easier also if there's a kid every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I try and shoot for, man. When I go up to the gate or when I go up to the fence or whatever, I'm shooting for the kids, and I'll like look through and I'll point to kids in the back and tell them come up front, and people get mad. I'm like, I don't care, whatever.
I had some people this weekend tell me, hey, get the kids first. And I was like,
there's a lot of people that are really cool about it, but then there's a lot of people that are just that entitlement thing that they don't understand. And, and that kid, he probably don't even really watch the dang show. It's like, shut up, bro. It doesn't matter. This isn't about the show right now. This is about drag racing. This is about
the kids having a good time.
This is about the kids having a good time. And if they have a memorable experience at this racetrack, then they want to come back every chance they get. And then we have done something for what we love, whether the announcer or anybody else likes it or not. So that's what matters. But like, I made a hit, and it wasn't a very good hit. And so the last place that you want to fuck with me after I make a terrible hit is at the finish line. When I'm down there putting my chutes in the car, and I'm waiting on my busted ass golf cart with a rod knocking and coming out of it to come and get me, backfiring. Yeah, God, I have the shittiest golf cart on earth.
How does that happen,
dude?
How did you buy such a shitty golf cart?
I used it one time to push Shawn back, and I was regretting
I didn't think we were gonna make it.
That fucking golf cart is a pile.
Well, my car's what? At those races, I was 33, used 27. Yeah. Somebody math it real quick. That's 600 pounds heavier.
That golf cart was dying.
I seriously thought we weren't going to make it. Hey, whenever I saw they were bringing yours, I went,
it's going to take us 30 minutes to get back to the
pits. That golf cart sucks.
It does. We should do something about that.
In one of these days. We don't really use it though when our kind of racing. We don't use the golf cart.
We won't use it again now until
we won't. My next race that I plan on doing at the radio stuff is probably October at Ducks Race. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to need a golf cart till then. But so I'm standing out there next to my car, and I'm getting my chutes wrapped up, and I'm I try to get dressed out there because I can't get dressed in the pits anymore because people are just all over me. You know what I mean? So once I get to the end of the track, I have the golf cart come and get me, and they're not coming to get me because I can't drive it back. They're not coming to get me because the car won't make it or because it'll overheat. They're coming to get me because it gives me 5 minutes down there to put my shorts and my shoes on, get out of the race suit, calm down, cool off, and then I get to sit in the car and chill out on the way back. It's pretty cool. Well, then I'm doing this, and this fucking guy comes up, and he's fucking with me, dude, and he just won't stop. And he's huge. I mean, he's a monster.
I saw this.
He was like 7 foot tall.
He was.
And he's like, he walks up to me, and I'm already pissed off because the run wasn't very good or whatever, and it's cold, and it was just shitty at the time. And he's like, man, I tell you what, I can't believe you fucked off that GTO. I can't believe you fucking wrecked that car. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And he's like, I just can't believe you wadded that motherfucker up. And I'm like, and he's standing, he's a close talker.
6 inches.
Yeah. Like I'm deaf, or like I don't speak English. So he's going to get really close and talk really loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just stood there with my arms folded and I didn't say nothing. I hoped he would kind of get my mood, you know? And he was like, yeah, that's a beautiful car.
That was a nice car.
That was a
I
nice
heard him
car,
say
man. That was a nice car. And finally, I looked at him, and I was so pissed off, and he's so big that I just didn't want to talk. I just wanted to knock him right in the fucking mouth. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, hey, man, I don't want to fucking talk about it. And he goes, no, I know, man. But damn, that's a beautiful car. It was beautiful. God, what's it like knowing that you fucked up that beautiful car? And I'm like, God damn it. So, dude, I was getting mad.
Yeah.
You were there.
I witnessed this whole thing, and I heard the dude, and you go, hey, man, I fucking told you. I don't want to fucking talk about it. He goes, no, I got you. You know, like the dude on Dumb and Dumber with the 1 in a million.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance. Okay, I got you. You know, hey, and he's like, no, I got you. I know. I'm just saying, though, that some bitch was nice.
He kept doing that. And
then he goes, well, this car's nice, too.
Yeah. But just kind of like a consolation prize.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Shawn, I think that
he looked like Lurch.
Yeah, he was huge.
He was a full head.
And I even thought to myself, like, I'm going to hit him really hard this first one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that second one, I'm hoping I miss because he's on his way down, you know? Because I ain't never going to hit somebody just once. I got another one right behind it, you know? But I'm hoping I miss it because he just drops.
Yeah.
But Shawn heard me say it the second time when I was like, hey, man, I fucking told you. I don't want to fucking talk about it. And then I could see Shawn come walking over there, and I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. But he kept going. And then we'd move the car 5 foot, and he'd walk with it. And he's like, yeah, I mean, this car's pretty nice, though, you know.
Yeah.
It's a pretty nice car. But, man, I tell you, and I'm like, oh, God damn.
That whole time frame of us sitting there to tech the cars in, was that when we were, that was the first round of testing, and we had to
tech the cars
end
in.
of the track. We had to tech the cars in, and that whole time was brutal there because there was a whole bunch of idiots over there, you know. And you know, I can always tell whenever there's a couple of things that you act like that with whenever people talk to you about a couple certain things, you know. So I didn't know which one at first it was that he was talking about, but there's a couple of things whenever you get tired of it, you tell them, look, I don't want to talk about it, and that should be it. But people don't. You know, even though he said he was getting you, he wasn't getting you.
Yeah, there's like two things that I just don't want to talk about when I'm racing or when I'm in the presence of the new car. Like, first of all, I don't ever want to talk about. Don't ever. If you want to bring up memories of Flip, that's cool. But I don't want to talk about Flip. I don't want to hear how you liked him. You never met him. You didn't know him. You didn't know shit about him.
Sure, about how you miss him and shit.
Yeah,
don't fucking come tell us how you miss him.
Don't tell me that shit. And don't ask how he passed or what. Don't just leave it the fuck alone. You know, I don't want to talk about it. And I'll tell you, hey, I don't want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
The first time it's always kind of nice.
And I always,
hey man, I'd rather not talk about it.
I'm always super nice about the first time. I was like, I'd rather not talk about it. When I tried to tell this guy, I'm like, I'd rather not talk about the crashed up car, and I try to tell him, like, I try to joke.
Racing.
I try to joke. I'm like, hey, I don't want to talk about the old girl in front of my new girl. And my new girl's standing right here. We're trying to have a good time. I don't want to talk about that. And he just, yeah. I just gotta know, what's it fucking feel like knowing you fucking watered up that beautiful fucking car? And didn't you have that some bitch like 20 years or something? Wasn't that like your first car? And I'm like,
the memories you must have in that thing.
God dang, what's it like? Just got rid of every one of them, just watered it up. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck,
like you fucking did it on purpose.
Yeah, it's so. And I know that they probably don't have much to talk about with us, and so when they see us, they try to talk about something, and maybe they pick the wrong subject. So I try and give them that opportunity to change the subject. But man,
but I'll tell you what, man, the podcast listeners are so much better.
They're fucking awesome.
Hey, because man, they'll just
great.
Look at you and go, 12.
The podcast,
hey, and it's like you have it's almost like Fight Club.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, whenever you find out that somebody's a listener to the podcast and they'll say something that only that a podcast listener would know.
Or scream street outlaws.
Yeah, or they'll go
That's all he said.
Outlaws.
Outlaws.
And you'll look at them and go, hey.
Or they'll stick their hand out to me and then they'll change it to a fist right at the very end. They'll look at me and smile and like fist bumps only. And
I had
like,
one guy tell me, I was going to bring the hand sanitizer for Chief. Where's he at? So
there's
the
a lot
podcast listeners are always cooler than
and
just
you never
the
know who they are.
No.
You know what I mean? There's not
It
a
always
certain
surprises
demographic.
you.
Nope.
Dude, there was an old lady, she was god awful old. Like, I mean,
Damn.
Damn, she knows who she
Like-
is right now.
Like, man, no,
she's
there's
gonna
no
be listening
doubt.
to this going,
Jesus.
yep.
I mean, I looked and I was like, wow, holy fuck, like it must be really loud for you to hear it, like, and she told me, she was like, I listened to your radio show and I tell you what, you guys are you're so genuine and you're so real and you just don't care. And I was like, you listen to our fucking podcast? Like, are you serious? How did you even find this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you even know how to
Yeah.
operate the internet?
yeah. And so you never know who the podcast listeners are,
No,
and there's
I
little
know.
kids,
There's
man.
little
People-
kids.
Some people
Yeah.
let their little kids listen to this
I
fucking
know.
radio show, and the little kids will tell me, and I'm like, wow, I look at them, I go, your fucking parents let you listen to this?
Man,
This shit
I
will
tell
rot your
them,
brain.
You shouldn't be listening
Yeah,
to this.
yeah.
You
No,
know?
this isn't something you should be a part of.
I had a guy who was 40, 50 years old was like, yeah, my dad turned me on to your podcast. I was like, what?
Your dad?
Your dad? And this guy, his dad must have been 70. I mean,
Yeah.
it's amazing. So
The only other thing I want to talk about a little bit of Memphis was the Tom Bailey. Tom Bailey shows up, and I got to give it to the guy. I saw him on the golf cart, and I was like, "That's Tom Bailey." I was like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?" We're talking drag week guy here. He's
yes.
won a few of them. He's got the, that 6 seconds car or whatever, and
Yep.
And he was like, "Oh, I just came to see what this is like," and I was like, I like to think that we're pretty cool because we're not scared to do this shit and throw different tires on our cars and go all over the place and get our asses kicked. We don't care. So I was like, "Did you bring your car?" Because I thought he didn't. I figured he'd go, "Oh no,
yeah,
and
exactly.
and he
I
goes,
just came to check it out to see.
Yeah.
And I'll probably bring it next time.
No, he was like, "Yeah, I brought it," and I was like, "Is it on radios?" And he goes, "Yeah, yep, it's over there." And I was like, "Holy crap, dude, that's fucking cool." He's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to try it out. Didn't have nothing else to do." I was like,
Yeah,
"That's
that's
badass."
cool.
So it was cool seeing him there, and I ended up getting to race him in qualifying.
Yeah, by
and,
luck of the draw or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure.
I'm not real sure if that was luck of the draw.
I'm not sure if he.
I think he skeeted through the fucking lanes to
You
try to get
know,
up next to
I don't
you.
know because I don't remember him being next to me.
I did the math. I always do the math and see who you're lined up
I don't remember
against.
him being next to me in the staging lanes, but yet after I did my burnout, I look over and there he was. So I didn't know if he had said something wanting to race me or if he had told them he wanted to line up next to me or whatever. But I thought it was cool that we got to race because I don't ever really get to race the drag week guys, and plus they really don't.
They
ever,
don't really ever race.
They don't ever. Yeah, they do.
I just kind of looked over there and went,
What kind of light did he pull?
Man,
Because-
I don't want to go there.
I watched him run a couple of times and looked like he was fine on the light to me.
No, he stages good. He was
Yeah,
on.
he did really good for somebody who does a lot of testing and tuning.
I mean, I treat him. You know what I mean? But that,
But
I treat a lot of people.
You do. You pull a lot of like 011s and shit.
Yeah, it's rare that somebody leaves before me. But I think against him, because it was qualifying, I usually only go 040s or 50s in testing or qualifying. So I think I went a 050 or 049 or something, and he may have went a 070 or 080.
Hey,
I mean,
there
he
you
was
go.
he was right there.
I would take
you
that.
know. But the rest of the pass, I never seen him. But I will give it to him though. I mean, I fucking paddled his ass out there, right? So I put it on him. I think I went 403 to his 420 something.
Yeah.
And I went 186 to his 177 or 180. I don't know. It wasn't very, much, but it was his first. I think it was his first time on the radios.
Yeah.
So
hey, you got to give him props
so
for trying.
fuck
Yeah, exactly.
dude. Trust me. I know
I mean,
how
it
tough
wasn't
this
that
shit
long
is.
ago that we were him at the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
And
we're still kind of.
Well,
gonna
no,
say.
I mean, but
yeah, except he's really rich and we're not.
No, he is. He is. All the hands he's got on the car,
But but man, he got me good after that. Damn, he got me good. We after the pass, I was fucking stoked because that was my first 4.0. So we had put a little bit more in the car. I didn't think it was gonna go that fast, but it went 4.03. I seen it come up on the boards, and I'm like, the chute comes out, or the chutes come out, and I'm clapping and acting like an idiot. And the car's all fucking slowing down. I should have kept my hands on the wheel, but I didn't. Anyway, make it all the way around the curve. I get stopped. I was so excited about the 4.0 pass that, like, I didn't even get it in park. Like, it was still in neutral, and I'm trying to hop out, and the car's kind of on a hill. So, like,
it's kind of my ass.
okay.
It's a hill. It's definitely a hill.
Huge hill.
So you seen the movie Friday when Smokey's trying to get his fucking bucket stopped, and it keeps running, and his chucks are rolling over, because he's trying to stop it with his feet, and his feet's rolling over. It keeps going down the hill. that's what I got one leg out of the car, and the car starts rolling down the fucking hill, and I'm hopping around next to it, and it's hard to get in and out of this car as it is. And so, like, I'm laughing my ass off because I was like, I didn't even fucking put it in park. I was so excited. Well, finally get it in park, and I get out, and I'm stoked. 403. That's saying something. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's getting it fucking on.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. Take my jacket off, walk to the back of the car, start rolling up the chutes, and here comes Tom Bailey, and he's driving his car, and he pulls right up next to me, and he goes, "I think you treed me," and I was like, "Yeah, probably," and
yeah, I probably did.
And I was feeling real good. My chest was all stuck out like a peacock. You know what I mean? Because I just beat Tom Bailey, and because I've heard so many times, you can't beat Tom Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
You can't fuck with Tom Bailey.
Yeah,
not at the track.
Not at the track.
You can't beat these guys at the track. Right? So I'm walking, strutting around like a rutting buck out there, and this is
a rutting buck. Fuck yeah.
Which is not unlike you always do.
Nah, I always do it pretty good. But after
okay.
running 403, you can imagine what I look like out there.
It was probably real bad.
Yeah, I look like them crows from Disney, where they're walking and just bobbing their head,
Yeah.
So he says, he says, "I think you treat me." I was like, "Yeah, probably, no big deal." And I'm all fucking pumped up. And he goes, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Nothing." And he goes, "Oh," he goes, "You want me to pull you back?" And I went, and I stood there, and I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Gotcha.
And he smiled, put it in gear, and drove off. And that was the coolest thing I've ever seen him do before.
Yeah.
So yeah, he rolled up his power windows and drove the fuck off.
He's a pretty cool dude.
It was
man.
fucking cool, man. And I watched him drive. I went, "You motherfucker!" And the guy that was parked in front of me, waiting on his golf cart that probably doesn't sound like mine, he was standing there, and he goes, "What did he say?" And I was like, "Nothing."
That's a good run.
I was like, now he's just bragging.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool though. It's always nice to know that guys like that, even though there's a bunch of shit on the internet of us versus them or drag week, or all that shit that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
He's a racer, and he was super cool in person about the whole deal. And he ended up coming by the pit later, and we talked. And he's him and his family. I won't say wife because I don't know. It could have been.
Yeah.
I don't want to go there, but
yeah,
him and his family were really, really cool, and his kid seemed like he was really into racing, and that was cool as hell too. So
I never saw his kid. Whenever he came over and talked to me, it was him and Steve Morse.
Oh, right,
So,
Steve Morse. Yep,
Steve
we've known
Morse
him for a long time.
We've known him for a long time. He seems to always be, with Bailey.
Yeah, well, he builds Bailey's motors
Yeah.
and tunes the car and stuff for him. So they're a big. I think they're really close friends too.
Yeah,
so.
it's good to see that. Tom didn't say, "Hey, man, let's go try this radio deal," and Steve say, "You're out of your fucking mind" or something.
Well,
you know what
if
I mean?
you remember, Steve used to be all about drag radio. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Steve
with his
was-
wagon.
Steve had the wagon.
With his
It was a
wagon.
drag radio king.
Man, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
no,
That
Steve
guy
used to
can
be
radio.
really cool.
Yeah, he can radio.
Yeah, he used to be really
So
cool.
then what happened? He just pretty much went to drag week.
Drag week. I don't know.
Damn.
Hey, he's got a business to run, and he's got customers that have to have money.
Man, I remember. I used to think his wagon was the fucking coolest thing
It
ever.
was the coolest thing ever. That
It was
wagon
awesome.
was fucking sweet. So next thing we're going to be doing, let's see, where are we going to be next? American Outlaws Live.
Yes.
That is the next thing that we are going to be doing. Let me interrupt this here for some interrupt your regularly scheduled programming.
For what?
Well, we're going to talk about Casper mattresses.
Yeah.
For a second.
Fuck it.
I've
then.
got,
Let's do it.
I really want to to talk about Casper mattresses.
How's your back feeling?
I was glad to hit mine when I got home from Memphis. I know that.
Obsessively engineered American-made mattresses at a shockingly fair price. And now you can get $50 towards any mattress purchase by going to Casper.com/Chief and Shawn and use the code Chief and Shawn.
Listen, man, you spend a third of your life sleeping unless you're chief. And then it's way, way less than that. Let's make sure you're doing it on a good mattress.
Yeah, Casper brings together two comfy technologies for better nights and brighter days. Latex, I know what that is, foam and memory foam. So they've got just the right sink, just the right bounce, kind of like my caddy,
I like the bounce.
no matter how you sleep.
They've got a risk-free trial and return policy also. They'll deliver it straight to you. You can try it for 100 days. And if you're not happy, they'll pick it back up from you.
They'll just come get it? What do you do? Kick it out on the porch and they'll come get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
They'll come into your home.
When do they know? Do you know?
You don't even have to be there.
Do you know that they're
You don't
coming?
even have to be there, but I suggest
This is
taking the
kinda like-
stuff from
this-
in between the mattress
This is,
out.
this is kind of like that stereo shop I used to go to. They come
Yeah,
get this
yeah,
shit.
they're going the rim shop, the rent-a-wheel.
Yeah, I remember that. I did
Yeah.
that. I did that. At the store, maybe you'll get a minute to try their mattresses. With Casper, you actually get to sleep on it.
I mean, it's only
No pun
$500. No pun intended. It's only $500 for a twin size mattress and $950 for a king size.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that California King player.
Yeah. What about the California King? Comparing that to industry averages, it's an outstanding price.
It is. Go for it. Get $50 towards any mattress purchase by going to Casper.com, /Chief and Shawn. Use the code Chief and Shawn. Terms and conditions apply.
Yep. So, I mean, May the 4th, we're going to be in Ennis.
Sorry. Yeah,
American Outlaws.
I really had a hankering to talk about mattresses.
Well, your
guys.
back has been hurting a lot.
My back, yeah,
For the people that don't know, you have a broken back.
It's still broken.
So
I have a broken
do
back.
you like memory foam or do you like
latex? I
foam?
like latex a lot,
Yeah.
actually. It keeps me safe.
Yeah.
Keeps you safe.
So,
American Outlaws Live.
right. American Outlaws, that's where we'll be. May 5th and 6th.
Oh, shit.
Ennis, Texas.
Ennis
This is
so
going to be
big.
this is going to be the biggest. Guys, I'm going to go on record here. I believe this
Yeah?
is going to be the biggest race ever.
I think it will
This
too.
is a outlaw race. This is not a drag radial deal. This is a run what you brung. Hope you brought enough. 32 car field. I think it's what 75
$75,000 to win.
$75,000 to win this race.
It's a lot of money.
And we're talking everybody. From what I can tell by looking at the list of people that are posting up that they're going, I mean,
Everybody's going to be
the
there.
fastest, biggest names in street racing and no prep racing today are going to be at this race. Like, we're going to have our shit together to win this
for
one.
sure.
I mean, Birdman, Kai Kelly, John Doe.
I heard you're going to be there
Yeah.
With the Crow Mod.
I'm going to win.
with the Crow Mod.
Yeah, the Crow Mod's going to win.
Yeah.
That's the whole plan.
Hopefully we don't draw each other till the finals.
Yeah, because that sucked for you.
I know, with that cheating ass fucking car you got.
How is it? Whoa. I didn't see no rules on
Damn Pro Mod.
I didn't see no rules on Pro Mods.
Yeah, no, there isn't actually a rule about it, but it's like a gentleman's deal. You know?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's frowned upon. It's not illegal. It's just frowned
Hey,
upon
I'll take it.
by guys like me.
Yeah, by guys that don't have them. The only people,
By everybody that doesn't have a Pro Mod, frown on that
the
shit.
only people that bitch about it are the ones that don't have them yet.
Yes.
So,
I mean, they're gonna have like everything.
it's
there,
a Friday
right?
night. It's Friday night and then Saturday, and like from what I've been told, is they're gonna have like farm truck and Asian there, and they're gonna be doing wacky, crazy shit just like the show, and they're gonna be
Yes.
racing. Like they're gonna pick people out of the stands. I think like they're gonna pick like
No,
from what I was
heard
told.
that there's a big pool.
Yeah, like from what I was
Like
told,
a
they're actually
fishing
gonna pick
pool.
cars out of people that drove their cars there,
For
and they're
Asian
gonna
farm
race
truck to
them
race.
on the track for money. Like they're gonna go fishing. Basically, this is gonna be like the television show in real life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get the coin flips, the 32 car field, heads up racing, $75,000 to win, and then
It'll be like a big cash days
Right.
from Street Outlaws
Right.
live.
And I've been told, I don't know if this is true or not, but we're going to be filming during that time.
Oh yeah.
So there's a good fucking chance that this is going to be one of the episodes of the upcoming season.
Yes.
So if you want to get your ass on TV, racing farm truck and Asian, you might be there May 5th and 6th.
Get
You never
good
know.
and drunk and just do
Hell
whatever
yeah.
you
Hey!
Woo! Hey! Woo-hoo! Look at my old lady's titties. That probably won't get you on TV.
Yeah, that probably will not get you
the
on.
guys who run the
But it
guys
might.
who are running this race, basically from what I can gather, are just a couple, 2 or 3 rich guys. Overkill Motorsports out of Florida, and then Slate. What's their last name?
Cummins. Yep.
What is it?
Yep.
What is it?
Yep.
What is it?
Cummins.
Cummins.
Yep.
Cummins. those guys. So they've all put their money together, and they just decided they want to have the biggest, baddest race ever, and they're going to do it.
They want to big dick everybody.
It looks like they're going to do it.
Looks like they did it by the looks of this deal.
I mean, this deal is going to be the biggest. I mean, the names that are going to be there are. I mean, we're talking. It's going to be huge.
Yes.
I wouldn't miss this one.
Yeah,
I mean,
mark it on your calendars. Take vacation days.
I think you can already go online.
I think you can get tickets for it.
Check everything out. You can get tickets for it.
If you go to the American Outlaws Live Facebook page, you can like that page and stay up to date on everything that's going on there. But, dude, I don't know. I've heard like they're going to have Elvises on mini bikes doing wheelies everywhere. I heard monster trucks maybe. Like
I know that right now everybody's laughing, thinking
crazy.
that Elvis is a joke, but this is not a fucking joke.
No, I'm pretty sure they're going to have
be Elvises on mini bikes.
I think they're going to be there. Oh, yeah. Yes. So there's going to. Oh, yeah. Well, sure, they're going to charge you extra for that.
This is like a
monster jam.
This is like a Street Outlaws monster jam, is what this is.
God, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Oh my God, dude, how many people are going to be
there?
These
guys are smart.
This is going to be huge, and I'm going to win. So come watch me win.
Yeah.
Come watch me win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I got a pretty good head start on everybody right now.
You do. You
know, I don't know how fast these other guys are, but 4.0s, that's getting her did, son.
I don't know how fast these other guys are, but 4.20s. That's not far behind. Well, I mean, that's quite a bit behind, but you're the only person that's going to be out there running 4.0s.
That Birdman says he can go 3s.
No, he can't.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that's what he says.
Hey.
He might be
able to go 3.
He may be able to.
I mean, as of right now, the big no prep winners are, Birdman's won a bunch. Who won the latest one?
Yeah,
the Pro Mod guy in wherever the fuck it was. Yeah, so like you got some big no prep winners lately that are going to be there. So I'm going to have my hands full for sure, but I don't go anywhere planning on losing. So we're going to win that deal, bring that home. And it's going to be right in between filming. So we're going to have to like change the car from street race to track race, or no prep race or whatever. We're going to have to change all that the night before we go or whatever. But because right now we start filming now.
Now.
Yes. Now.
Like
I wouldn't be surprised if we wouldn't walk outside and all the vans were here.
Oh, God.
I hope not.
I'm not ready for that yet. Are you sure now?
Season 7 comes back on the air, or Season 7 comes on the air April 25th. We will be back on the air April 25th. So for those of you that just think that we're gone or that, that other show is taking over or whatever. Yeah,
we're
right.
Not. Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're back. April 25th, we're back on. We're filming. That'll be the 7th season. And then we're filming the 8th season currently. So we're going to be on for a while. We're not going anywhere. We're like cockroaches.
Yeah.
You just can't get rid of us. Even though some people want to, you can't. Next week. I'm
so excited about this.
McDougal versus Goad.
Yes.
Going down. Legit. On the street.
The Reaper versus what?
What's the Rusty Hook.
The Rusty Hook.
Do you know what the Rusty Hook means?
Do you know?
What do you mean?
Google
what does it mean?
Google it real quick.
I didn't have any idea what the Rusty Hook meant until you Google it.
Seems like it means like a rusty old fishing hook.
Okay, well, it doesn't really.
It doesn't.
No,
I was shocked.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Just Google it.
It has a different meaning. It has a different meaning.
It's pretty dirty.
Yes. It makes me like the name of the car even more.
It's kind of cooler. I don't know.
It's a sexual dictionary meaning.
Okay, so it says Urban Dictionary, Rusty Hook. I'm looking it up right now. Here we go. The rusty hook occurs when the length of the index finger is inserted into the anus, extracted, and placed on the inside of someone's mouth, thus hooking their cheek. Oh, my God.
I told you.
Oh, my God.
So now you know why they call it the Rusty Hook.
So that's why they call it the Rusty Hook.
That is so gross.
Yeah.
It's pretty disturbing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I feel like they slid that one right by us.
Those sneaky fuckers.
Rusty Hook.
Ew.
So gross.
God. Remind me never to get beat by that guy.
Yeah. He might try to put his finger in
if he tries to get his fucking finger anywhere near me, I'm going to lop it off. That's fucking gross.
Fucking gross, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, him and Goad have a thing.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
And they need to fight, fuck, or get it over with. So they're going to race next week on the street. I'm setting it up, going down like fucking yes.
Yes.
And then after the race, we're going to have a special podcast, and hopefully these two can be in the same room at the same time.
We may have to put one of them in a cage or both of them
And
in a cage.
we may have to have security. You know what I mean? We may
I
have
think
to,
once they race, I think they're going to be okay.
unless Justin wins. If McDougal wins, he is not going to win graciously. I can promise you that. If McDougal wins, he's going to nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo, and he's going to do the whole fucking. He's going to hold the Deion Sanders dance in the end zone.
And
He's going to
James
spike the
Goad.
fucking ball.
James
is
goes
gonna be red.
He's going to be
James
so
is-
red.
Yes. So, yeah. If
Nana boo boo.
yes, he is,
will.
and
He
he's
will.
going to spike it fucking right in front of him. I
He
mean,
will.
it's there's going to be excessive celebration, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
So.
I'll be over there to call it.
Neither one of the guys know where we're going to be racing, so they need to be testing on whatever street they can find.
I have heard
Oh, really?
that the Rusty Hook has been out testing.
I don't believe it.
That's what I've heard.
I'd like to see pictures or videos of it because I don't believe it.
Did you ever see pictures of how much that thing weighed?
No, I don't believe anything those guys say.
That's
It's
what I'm
McDougal.
saying. Did you win the bet?
I win every bet with him, well, except for one.
Yeah, you lost on one.
But I've won every other one, so I ain't worried about it. We'll see. I don't
Yeah.
think either one of them's tested, personally. And I'll be surprised if it actually goes down because
You better go down.
these two, you know what I mean? But we're gonna make sure we're gonna fuck with them till it does.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's gonna. I mean,
We're going to make
have
it happen.
So after that, we're gonna have a special podcast, midweek podcast, to discuss the race and who won and announce the winner, and then hopefully get this over with. Until then, we are frantically blowing my car apart completely. Everything's coming out of my car now. We have to go back to street racing, so motor's coming out, training's coming out, rear end's already out of the car. We're going to redo everything again because that's how stupid I am, and put it back to the street racing, get it on the big tire, get the motor ready for 16 weeks of hell on the street, and make sure that car can go some rounds and kick everybody's ass on the street and make my way up that fucking list.
Yes.
I should be able to do that in like one night, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
As
know.
long as everybody's willing to cooperate.
Yeah, right. So both cars right now are going through the complete transformation back to street.
I feel like my
Um,
motor's going to stay in mine. It's only got, 20 passes on it? And it
If-
seems pretty happy right now.
If that.
It seems pretty happy right now. So I think I'm going to leave it
Yeah,
alone.
it's running fine. I
Even
wouldn't
though
tuck- I wouldn't
the
fuck with
blow
it.
by is a little excessive.
Eh,
I'm going to leave it alone.
what's blow by?
But other than that, everything else has to come out.
Yeah, rear end gears. So when we do this, people don't understand how tough it is. Like my car, we're gonna have to do a gear change in the rear. You know, obviously wheels and tires. 4-link bars are all over the place. Shock settings all over the place. Different springs all the way around. We got to move weight all over in my case, take it out.
All the way down to the axle studs.
Yeah, the axle, even all the way, the
Small
little
shit.
shit. The axle studs have to be changed. Like, I mean, wheelie bars have to go on the car. Stators inside the converters have to be changed. Thankfully, this time we don't have to change gear ratios in the tranny, so that can stay the same. Carl Rossler's got us working really good with the trannies that we have, and they're working for both radial or street, so that's good. But
Yes.
everything else has to be fucking changed. It's ridiculous.
All
So-
And I honestly, I didn't even have springs on my list because I forgot all about that. I changed the rear springs on that car.
yeah, no, we're gonna have
So-
to change. Yeah, we need more.
I thought, I don't have to take the shocks off. I just got to
Nope.
set everything. But yeah, I do.
Yep, move weight around, rescale everything, realign everything. Just a constant, hell. I'm like with mine. I got to take the bull horns off and build. Put my regular exhaust back on. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so much shit. And people don't understand. Like, why don't you just leave the bull horns on? And it's like, well, it's not just the bullhorn thing. It's getting it in and out of the trailer fast enough while we're testing so I don't get busted. The bullhorns are too close on each side, so I got to get regular exhaust because I can't even haul ass in the trailer if the cops show up. You know what I mean? So, I got to put headlights in mine, tail lights going in mine. I got to do everything, dude. This is a big, big swap,
Yes.
but it'll be worth it. hopefully we'll have some video out of us testing the new car in the next couple weeks here, and it's going to be rocket ship fast, and hopefully I can stop because the street races don't really have much shutdown.
There's not much shutdown.
You're definitely not racing that car at Climate.
I got 2 shoots.
It's not gonna matter.
2 shoots, man. I got 2
It's not
shoots.
gonna matter.
Let's read some letters. Do we have any good
All right.
letters lately?
I'm going to go put a third member in.
Okay.
Yeah, you leaving?
See you guys.
Oh, wow. We're that boring
All right,
today.
man. Later.
We're that boring today. He don't even want to hang out.
I think we got like 2 letters, something like that.
All right, let's do that. Where are we at?
I don't know. Right here, I think.
Mm-hmm. Rodney, this one's from Texas. Texas. This one is from Texas. Oh, this one's professional. This one's professional right here.
Oh, that one's printed.
Look at this. It's printed. He'd use a typewriter.
That really looks like a typewriter.
Big Chief and the guys from Midwest Streetcars. Remember, guys, this is we're reading fan letters. We're not
in
making
no
fun of them.
way, shape, or form making fun
No,
of these letters.
we just read them and we let you do with it what you will.
Yes.
We appreciate all the letters that we get, and if you have a letter that you want to be read on the podcast, send it to the shop. Go to our website for the address. Send us your letters, and we'll if it's great, then we'll put it on the show.
Yeah,
if it's
got
heartfelt,
something special.
yeah. All right, so my name is Rodney Cooper, but I just go by Cooper. All right, Cooper, nice to meet you. I'm writing you this letter in hopes that you may write back or something of that nature. The reason of this letter is because I just wanted to tell you how much you have helped me get back to my normal life. Because I had gotten in trouble with the law due to a drug addiction. Oh, wow, Rodney's letting it all hang out there.
Rodney's a druggie.
Shawn, that's not very nice. That's not the correct nomenclature.
Well, I mean,
That led me to where I am now, which is the corrections facility in Uvalde, Texas, on the west side of San Antonio. So he's inside.
well, so he's not a druggie.
Not right now. I've been here since May 22nd, 2015, and I plan to go home or at least be released sometime in June of next year. By normal life, I mean cars and fast things in general. A little bit about myself. I'm 28. I live in Houston. Yeah. Hate on Houston all you want. And I've been around street racing my entire life. I grew up in the 90s with my dad and his Camaro at notorious street race spots in and around Houston. Man, back in the 90s, Houston was huge.
Yes, for sure.
He said he's owned a few nitrous cars, nothing that can keep up with even your number 10 spot. You've raced a few of my buddies from Houston, Flacco with the S10, Derek with the white blue Blazer. Oh, yeah, that's that Blaze on it guy.
Yeah.
And the
I feel
red
like we've read this
RX-7.
letter.
Really?
No?
I haven't read this.
Okay.
He says, by the way, fuck LMR.
Oh.
He said, those dudes are total pricks. Wow. He says, I have an entire tattoo sleeve with nothing but hot rod shit, so it's all I think and dream about. At least I did before I became a pillhead. Oh, my God. He said, then I would rather eat pills than play with cars, unfortunately. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
When I arrived at this shithole of a daycare, he said, it's really like a rehab. It's not even jail or prison, even though I'm considered incarcerated. I was lost, and I didn't know what to do, and I just felt alone. Jesus, man. I've always watched Street Outlaws, and I followed you guys on YouTube and Facebook and shit, so I was up to date with what was going on and who was on the street. I started to watch the show again when I got here, and it lifted my spirits a lot. And it made me feel like my old self again, seeing things I knew and could relate to. So every Monday, I watch Street Outlaws, and it makes me happy to see the things I love and relate to because no one here knows shit about cars or even cares about it. All they care to watch is sports, and my love is motorsports. I heard you flipped the Crow, which really sucks. Yeah, it does. What sucks even more is a damn Mustang hit you and trashed a dope-ass car. I was wondering where he was going with that. He said, I hate fucking Mustangs more than you will ever know.
I kind of like old Ron.
Yeah. He says, I haven't seen your new car, but I hope to see it in March when it comes on if the show re-airs. I know you're busy and whatnot, so I don't expect a reply, but if you did, it would mean a lot. I don't have family, and my friends aren't really my friends anymore because of me being a shitty friend and pillhead. Yeah, that's what happens, man.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
So mail comes far in between, but I've got my life back. I'm sober and clean. I'm ready to build another car and go out and play. Just can't wait to get out of this damn place. My question is, if you have any time, would you mind sending me something signed by you and the guys? I would pay, but we aren't allowed to have money here. You can send anything. Hell, just a reply with signature would be dope. Something I can look at and smile and remind myself of where I come from and the family that we call street racers. I would love to meet you and the guys one day because y'all are real-ass cats, which is hard to find these days. But I'm sure if I get back into the game, I'll run into you sooner or later. Again, probably a random letter you might get often, but just want to say how much I appreciate you and everyone helping me lift my spirits when I fell on hard times and put a smile on my face. Fucking right, dude. You know,
that's a good letter.
That's fucking cool. Thanks, Rodney, man. I'm glad that in some crazy fucking way we helped make your day easier. You know what I mean? That's you helped make mine today. All right, we don't have many letters today.
No,
we don't really have many letters. Let's see what this one is. Dear Big Chief and Shawn.
this is from.
Wow, this one's there's a.
Was it from Michigan or something, right? Yeah, no, there's a whale drawn on the back of it. Not sure the relation.
Why is there a whale?
I don't know.
There's a whale drawn on the back
that is a
of this,
whale,
and it says above it, whale, whale, whale.
Yes. well.
It does. Look,
This
it says,
kid.
well. Dear Big Chief and Shawn, this is definitely from a child.
Yes.
Hi, Big Chief and Shawn. I am Laney, and I'm only 10 years old. Aw, and I live in Massachusetts. Well, I am so happy you are reading this. How did he know?
Because he's fucking smart. That's why.
He's wicked smart from
wicked
Massachusetts, right? I love your podcast, and when I grow up...
The podcast. He listens to the fucking podcast.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
10.
I love your podcasts. Same.
Yes,
podcast.
we know what you mean.
I love your podcasts. He listens to the podcast. He's 10. Man, his parents need to get on the ball there. Don't let your kid listen to the podcast at 10. This thing's a fucking rot your brain, man.
I won't let my son listen to it.
And when I grow up... oh, fuck. Okay. Sorry. When I grow up, I want to be Shawn. It's like this person wants to be you. Like that's like wants to grow up to be Shawn, not be like Shawn, not be near Shawn. Wants to be Shawn. Laney is going to grow up to be Shawn. Well, I really want to be Big Chief, but I'm not cool enough for that.
he's only cool enough to be me.
And then it says, sorry, Shawn. Well, Laney knows the limitations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, don't shoot for something you can't be. You know,
if you have goals, you may not achieve
Make them attainable. Make them attainable.
Then let down.
Yeah, try and be like Shawn. Don't try and go above and be like Chief.
Yeah.
You know that's out there.
It's tough to be that cool, man.
So when I grow up, I want to be Shawn. Well, I really want to be Big Chief, but I'm not cool enough for that. Sorry, Shawn. God damn, that's awesome. Kids tell the truth. I hope you make threes, Big Chief. Oh, thanks, dude. Is Laney a boy or girl?
I don't know.
There's some hearts on here. There's some hearts. I'm thinking Laney's going to be a girl, right?
Well, either way, he or she's 10.
I'm
So
thinking
there could be hearts either way.
Laney's a girl's name, kind of, right? I don't know. There's hearts and a whale. Anyway. Well. Sorry, Shawn. I hope you make threes, Big Chief. I hope you beat Kai Kelly, Big Chief. Well, me too. Shawn, I hope you finish your car.
You really need a new car.
P.S. Good job at Drag Life. I think you should call your drone.
Was it like Drone Nova or something?
Drone Nova. I think you should call your drone Nova. Big Chief, and you can text me at but they forgot Shawn. So it says Big Chief, you can text me at this, and then it puts their email, but then they forgot Shawn, so they put Shawn below it with an arrow.
With a little arrow up.
Yeah, so Big Chief and Shawn, you can text me, either one of us. Please take a tattoo. Oh, so they got little precision turbo tattoos stuck to the letter, and then hearts, and it says Big Chief, I love you. Turn me over, and then there's a picture of a whale. I don't get that. What's the whale? What's the symbol of what's the whale symbolize? It says, I love you, turn me over. Sorry, Big Chief, with a tattoo, and then there's a whale. I don't get the whale. Whatever.
I don't know.
Hey, maybe it'll come clear one day.
Yep. One of these days.
Thanks,
we'll
Laney.
just go. Whoa.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
why.
Good luck at trying to become Shawn. Don't
Yeah.
shoot for Chief. That's a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go work on my car.
Yeah.
What's
So much work.
I just don't even want to do it.
Huh?
I don't want to do it. I think I'm gonna go cruise around the Cadillac and bounce around and look gangster.
Yeah.
Maybe get some street tacos.
I gotta go to Dawn's.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Good luck with that.
Ugh.
All right. See you guys next week. Don't forget. Don't forget. You spend about a third of your life sleeping, everyone.
Do your back right, guys.
Make sure you're doing it on a good mattress.
Yep.
Casper mattresses.
The only mattress for us.
We sleep on them together. We get the twin, and then me and Shawn sleep in the same one.
In the latex.
Latex only. Because he pisses the fucking bed.
Hey, I'm probably gonna piss the bed this weekend.
Yeah, you are. Are you partying this weekend?
I'm going. It's my 20-year reunion.
Oh yeah, I don't get those.
And dude, I got a group text last night. And it's supposed to be my classmates, telling me what's going on this weekend. There was 4 people in it. And one of them poor bastards was green. so I told him, I said, who the fuck in here don't have an iPhone? And I haven't seen these people in years, none of them. And one of them, Tat, this good buddy of mine in high school. He was like, I quit drinking. So I was like, fact. And I don't know. I don't even know any of these other numbers that are in there. There's only like 4 or 5 of them.
You're going to go to your 20-year reunion.
Yeah.
Your 20-year high school reunion.
High school.
20-year high school. God damn, you're fucking old.
I am.
20-year high school reunion. You're going to that.
Yes. I'm really going because there's a big parade and all that stuff. And, I'm taking.
You like parades?
Well, Aiden likes parades.
Oh,
and yeah. There's some people back there that I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, I don't really.
It sounds like there's only like 4 of them in this group text. So.
No one's ever even contacted me to go to a reunion.
Yeah.
Wonder
Maybe
why.
You're not cool enough.
I don't
Maybe
know.
you were just too mean to everybody in high school.
Well, I think it also depends because
plus you didn't graduate.
Well, that's kind of what I think.
I mean, which year would you go?
That's what I'm saying. Because like there are 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and all that. Like I think it really depends on the year that you graduated. And since I didn't,
well, so it's not even close to your 10-year or your 5-year.
And they don't have like a middle school reunion. And since I only made it through like 9th and 10th of high school, so I don't really get that.
Yeah.
I don't even they don't even get to call me alumni or nothing.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Yeah. You should have thought about your future back then.
Yeah, I should have applied myself.
Yeah, you should have. Maybe you'd be better in life right now,
Yeah.
If you'd have tried a little harder in school.
I tried hard, just
Quit ditching school. Quit working on your cars.
I tried hard, just not at what the fuck they wanted me to try at. Kids, go to school because you're gonna end up one day not able to go to your high school reunion.
Yeah,
I'll just go to your high school reunion.
People would probably really like
I got my
that.
GED. I'll bring it with me and go to your reunion, and I could be like, you don't remember me?
Like, look, I just got this. This is my 5-year.
Like,
I just got this 5 years ago.
Like, you probably wouldn't remember me. I wasn't cool at all back then.
I sat in the back.
Yeah, I was a dork. I had I wore headgear.
I sat in the back of the class.
Yeah,
I work
I work at the mill with everybody else.
I don't understand. I'd really like to see some of those people.
Really?
I don't
Why
know
the fuck? Okay, well, me and you are totally different because I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Man, I usually don't either.
I mean, not even to the point where I'm like, yeah, pretty much, nah. Not one motherfucker do I give a fuck about that I went to high school with.
I normally don't either. It's really weird. I don't know because I've never went back there. Like, I haven't been back.
Everybody used to make fun of me because I dressed like a Mexican gangbanger all the time.
Because you look like a Mexican gangbanger.
The only reason I would want to go back is to go, yeah, y'all thought that shit was a fad.
I'm still doing it, bitches.
You see my caddy, faggot?
You see my new motorcycle? They both got spokes.
Hell yeah, these is Nike Cortez, bitch. 72.
Hell yeah, my socks are pulled up to my knees. What? I got a flat bill. You can't see my eyebrows.
And I smell like weed, so what? Y'all thought I was going to snap out of that shit, didn't you? Yeah. No.
Turns out I could do this the rest of my life.
Turns out y'all may have gave up, but I ain't no quitter. Yeah. This shit got me where I am today.
Yep.
I don't know. That's like the only reason I would ever want to go back is just to be like, nah, the same shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just doing the same shit. Nope. Yep. Just bouncing around in my Cadillac.
Maybe I want to go back to to hold my head up a little bit. You think that's why?
I don't know. Well, man,
wouldn't
I
think
don't
so,
know.
man.
You
I'm
went
not
through
like the
high
type of
school though. You
person-
did it like you had the high school thing. Like
Yeah.
did you go to prom and stuff?
Well, yeah.
You went to fucking prom. So
I was really good at
That's-
sports and shit.
yeah,
so
well,
I was.
so
I
that's
was,
different,
You know,
man.
I was kind of into high school.
yeah, so that's I was really good at jumping fences and prying stuff out of dashboards. You know,
Yeah,
but there
see,
wasn't a sport for that.
I lived in a little town, man. You know, where all the parents hated me, but
Yeah.
I was pretty popular. So
I mean, if you did the whole high school thing, I could see wanting to go back. You know, that was a big part of your life. You know, I tried every day to escape that part of my life. Why the fuck would I ever want to go back? You know?
there's a handful of people that I'd really like to sit and talk to and just be like, fucking, how the fuck you been, man?
Yeah.
You know, the fuck you been doing for 20 years?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everybody would want to talk about Flip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well, see, that-
because like none of them motherfuckers even know that he's gone. You know, because they don't give a fuck. So first thing they do when they see me is they knew me and Flip were fucking
Yeah.
inseparable back then. They just be like, "Hey, you ever hear from Flip?" You know, and I just be like, "Fuck." I'd go to jail,
Yeah.
or I'd get really fucked up and make an ass of myself, which would be like high school all over again.
Think of that motherfucker ain't changed a bit.
Look at him, ain't changed one fucking bit.
I don't think that'll happen to me, and I don't think that it's going to be a deal where like I show up somewhere and talk about the show the whole time.
Do you do the reunion at your high school?
We're doing it at a buddy's barn.
Oh.
I don't know if you can drink in the high school.
Well, I was getting ready to say, because like I'm pretty. They told me lifetime that I couldn't ever bring my I couldn't ever drive back onto campus for the rest of my life because they searched my car, you know, one time, and they may have found something that I wasn't supposed to have on school property. So they
Yeah.
told me I could never go back. So even if I did have a reunion, I'd still have to park across the street at the apartments like I used to. You know, I used to always park at shortstop across the street and walk with all the cluckers, and we'd walk across. Yep. And I drove my Pontiac. I had my Pontiac, and it always sat across the street at the Windsor Apartments or at shortstop gas station or the car wash or whatever. And
Yeah.
of course, it was only there for an hour or so, and then I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out anyway."
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see me going to any reunions or anything.
Yeah, I haven't. I went to Aaron's, I think 10 year or something like that, and it was just like what you would see in a movie about what high school is. You know what I mean? And I know that my 20 year ain't gonna be nothing like that. It's gonna be at a barn. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna see 4 or 5 guys. I'm gonna go, hey, and they're still gonna be drinking.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm out on that deal. But good luck, man. I hope you have a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah,
You're probably gonna piss the bed though,
I
so
probably will.
you might hit up Casper mattresses because, like, I
I
wonder.
don't know what the
if
motel
you-
has in it.
If you piss the bed, is that part of the risk-free trial, and they'll just come and get it when you're
What
not
if
happy
there's
with
pee
it?
stains in it?
Or what if you
Whenever
call them
they
and go,
bring it
"Look, I don't
back?"
like this bed. It smells like piss."
Well, yeah, no, I pissed in it, but I didn't think it was going to stay stinky. That's why we got the latex.
Oh fuck! Well, have fun at your reunion, bro. Take some
Yeah.
selfies with all the fat hags and shit are in there.
Hell yeah.
Let me know if the hot chick is fat, because that's like the big thing, right? Everybody says that when you go back to high school, the chick that was really hot in high school, now she's all fat and gross.
Okay, I'll find out.
Right on.
That really happened at Aaron's.
Really?
Yes.
It wasn't Aaron though, right? Okay.
No, I know. She ain't gonna want me to talk about it.
All right. Well,
But
then we should.
I know that there was a couple of people that
Yeah.
she was like, those were the ones. you
Yeah.
know? So, but there was like 500 people at hers.
Oh wow, that's a
so,
lot. Okay.
Yeah. And there's gonna be like 4 or 5 at mine.
Yeah, you're from a small town.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with that, man.
All right. Yeah. Well,
Hold your head up.
try something new.
Hold your head up in there.
I'm gonna roll in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll in there.
Just be like, what?
Just looking all thuggish, ruggish and shit. Go what? I'm gonna go what? I should trailer the Impala down there and unload it.
All right, then.
All
Well, we'll see y'all next week. Goad versus McDougal's coming up. Get ready. The first live call out is going to go down, locked in. We're going to have the winner for you. Hopefully, we'll do this all the time. So, see you guys next week. Deuce.
Right.